Bum, 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 bum. Two heads are better than one, right?
This is the Sports Timeout Podcast with Jensen Maydew, Tony Caranco, and your host, Wes Underwood.
And welcome into the Sports Timeout Podcast, brought to you by Jeffersons Free Fried Pickle Fridays. And also, if you are a teacher anywhere in the area, bring your badge. And when you are there, you can get some free wings, free food. So yeah,
I still got my teacher ID, so you know what I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah. No joke. I mean, you do you. But yeah, go check it out. And then when you're done with that, go check out Robert's Integrative Dentistry if you're looking for a brighter, straighter smile, a little more up close and personal this week. But be sure to schedule your appointment today at 417-622-0404. And also, don't forget to check out our newest sponsor this fall and Tea Time, just south of Ghetto Tacos here in Webb City. And they've started Wine Wednesdays. So BOGO wine and slushies. And I mean,
Not margaritas yet, but
yeah.
I should
Not
hit
up
on
there.
that. Maybe
And-
Fridays.
Yeah, true. Get to it. We'll let Tony talk to John there. So, and yeah, if that doesn't get you, then Thursdays is college night. Bring your college ID and get 50% off gameplay. So there's another one you could bring your old ID to, right? Yeah,
I don't know if I pass for that one.
maybe. And if neither one of those are your forte and don't get you, Thursday is yeah. Also, get some coffee. So nice coffee like me. Wes Underwood, Clint out this week. Tony's in. Jensen's back. Season 9, and we're going to also start off with Sam from the Corner Kick. So he'll be joining us this episode, and we got some good stuff lined up. So you guys ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Ready?
All right. Be sure to hit that subscribe and follow button on YouTube. And yeah, first up, we'll go ahead and talk Olympics. And I want to know your favorite moments if you have any. I mean, Jensen, you got to admit, you had to be scared for men's and women's basketball. I mean, men, I thought they were out, down 76-63, and then into the fourth quarter. And yeah, Curry did his thing, and 36 points helped the team come back. And yeah, three machine. But U.S. almost lost the semi game, but then Curry helped them into the final. So, and then in the final, he just extinguished France. Like, he was just unstoppable. So,
Yeah.
And then on the women's side, they struggled. Yeah. And then on the women's side, they struggled versus France also, but they barely won that one. They pulled it out. Simone Biles did her thing, but you guys got anything else?
Yeah, I mean, so I saw this I guess situation with that boxing athlete, the women boxing athlete, and even myself, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of jumped the gun, because it's been very common the last few years where biologically born men are in sports competing against biologically born women, and I 100% stand by that still. However, in this situation, I was wrong. I jumped the gun. So I want to apologize to her. It's not like she really saw it, but I know she received a lot of resentment.
Yeah, there's like a lawsuit there now, isn't there? Something like that.
But I think they're suing, like they're going for Elon Musk, which they'll probably end up getting some money just because it's such a big.
Yeah.
But point is, like I said, I jumped the gun. I shouldn't have, but I still stand where I stood before when it comes to actually having biological men in the sport. I think it takes away from women. But in this case, I was wrong. I apologize again. So I'm going to say that.
Anybody else?
Hats off. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I feel like it's worth mentioning like the whole Noah Lyles situation with COVID.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. That was crazy.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I did see the memes afterwards where everybody had him in a wheelchair and they're just like, did I win? It's like, no, you got third place, buddy, but good job.
Right. But I also think, like, not to get like political, but I also think it's crazy that like 4 years ago the whole world was shut down, and now like he's running in the Olympics with a
It's funny
positive
that they found out after. Yeah.
like
Oh, you can't. Oh, wait, he did drink. Uh-oh.
right. So
Yeah,
But-
that was incredible.
still amazing. Yeah.
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 Sam, what you got?
Olympic women's U.S. team won gold for the 4th time.
Yeah. That was
Beating
huge.
Brazil in Marta's last tournament, playing for Brazil. Marta's a legend
I'm
in
not
the
too
women's soccer.
devastated.
Yeah, she's a legend in the game for the women's team. So
Absolutely.
really awesome to see the U.S. women with our first tournament with our new coach.
Yeah, indeed. Very fitting. Very fitting.
With wrestling,
Yeah.
wrestling US wrestling didn't win a single first place medal, but they competed. They got a few second and fourth medals. So good
Indeed.
for them. It's a really tough sport. Wrestling is, a lot of people don't know that. Wrestling happens in a lot of different areas in the world, especially in Russia, or in the Middle East. There's a lot of wrestling in India. So I think it's a very, very competitive sport, and to place that high in the Olympics as they did is still very impressive, because those people do it since they're children. They're wrestling with bears, and I mean, they're legit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
But,
I also want to add, as a feminist, you guys know I'm all for women here.
Women's
That
rights.
women, out of the medals that the US got, the women got 65% of them. So
Sweet.
we are the better gender.
That's right.
Like to put that
I
Okay.
out.
saw that.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm not gonna agree to that, but I'll say that congratulations.
Out of
That's
out
good.
of the 126 overall medals, yeah.
It's because I wasn't there. I would have
That's-
won more for us.
That's because the U.S. men's soccer team doesn't win gold.
Very true.
Yeah, that was
It's gotta-
disappointing.
You got 11 on us right there, with the women's team
Yeah.
being awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, moving on from the Olympics, we'll go ahead and talk NCAA, and we'll talk MIZZOU defensive end in football. And
What's this lemonade?
I don't know.
It's good.
It is, yeah. Glad you like it. It's awful warm out here tonight. You agree?
It's not anymore.
Oh yeah, well, that's good for you. Good for you, no doubt. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Let's see if my coffee touches up, just like yours.
What were you saying about Mizzou?
Yeah, defensive end Darius Smith hurts his knee in practice. He's out for the season. Got to MIZZOU from Georgia. Was in competition with Zion Young, who just came in also. And does this hurt MIZZOU though? I mean, on the defensive line, do you think Coach Drinkwitz will figure it out with his number 11 team in the nation, or do you think it affects him pretty good? Because I mean, defensive line's not somewhere they're not too depth at right now.
Right.
Cornerbacks, offense, yeah. Cornerbacks on the defense, but
Well-
line, I don't think so.
Well, I'll say this. With football, like, I mean, just like any sport, like anything can absolutely happen. But there's always a next person that's hungry, that's been training underneath this guy, who's been fighting to get those reps at first team. I think that they'll be fine.
Yeah.
But a defensive end can be a huge impact player. So I don't know how big of an impact this guy truly has, but
He's a big guy. He was on the line pretty well.
yeah,
He did good at Georgia.
yeah.
Didn't get a lot of starting time, obviously, but he was out there.
Yeah, I mean, so we don't know. Like, I'm sure that he's not the only one that they brought in, and who knows, he may not even be the best one on the field at the moment to begin
Yeah.
with. You know what I mean? Like, so just because he has a little bit of hype because he came from Georgia, it doesn't necessarily mean he is the best. Obviously, I don't. It's not that. I work from speed recovery. It's shameful, but I think they'll figure out one.
Anything else? Sums it up. All
Thumbs
right.
up.
Moving on at NCAA, we'll talk SEC. And well, newcomers Texas and Oklahoma are on the short side of this list right now. They lose yet more players on both teams. Texas loses another running back and freshman Christian Clark. This comes just after last year's opening back, CJ Baxter, who had a pretty good season. He's having season-ending knee surgery as well. So they're down at the running back position there. And well, OU, they come in and they lose their junior wideout and Gibson. Now, I mean, you want to make an impression coming into a tough SEC. Historically, this usually doesn't really hurt either program. I mean, yeah, Texas, Oklahoma usually got that next man up, but they lost some guys. They've gained some guys. Do you think the teams in the SEC will target this or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
they're-
For sure.
Yeah, that's a little bit more of an impact than the Mizzou thing. I mean, that's multiple players on the team
Yeah,
for both of them. So
two impactful for sure. Three of them actually. I mean, if you count both teams there. So
yeah,
Yeah,
Alright.
for sure.
Okay.
I also saw something cool about Texas and Oklahoma going to the SEC. I don't know if cool is the right word, but a stat. That I didn't realize that they were both schools were co-founders of the Big 12 in '96. So it's
Yeah,
crazy.
which is why it's crazy. Like
right.
Yeah.
a lot of people never saw them leaving, but things happened that happened, and here they go.
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh,
You've
and-
always wondered why Texas hasn't been part of the SEC, though. To be honest.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they have so much hype behind them. You know, like, they always have a great fan base.
Yeah.
Another thing that I saw that's kind of cool, as Jensen would say, is there is a 29-year-old freshman that is playing football at the University of Arkansas.
Yeah.
He was a former MLB player. He's actually from Missouri, Lee Summit, Missouri. He graduated the same year Jensen and I graduated.
Yeah.
So he's old as hell. But but yeah, he's a wide receiver. He played professional baseball pretty much like straight out of high school.
Yeah.
And he played, but it was just minor leagues. And so he technically
Eligibility's there.
played-
Yeah.
he never played a single game of a collegiate anything, so he's still eligible.
It's awesome.
And so he's playing at the University of Arkansas right now, and he's doing pretty good.
That's something you never really think about is those players that go pro like LeBron. He could go play NCAA basketball if he wants to.
Yeah,
He skipped that, so he
Yeah.
could go back to college and play if he wanted to.
yeah. Well, now with these new rules, he technically wouldn't be disqualified from it.
Yeah. Man, imagine that. Almost 40-year-old rookie coming into the NCAA. March Madness. All right, everybody versus LeBron. All right, here we go. And if Kobe was alive, same thing there. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Tony, can you like imagine playing football at our big age?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I feel like I still do it, but I only got like a series left in me. Like,
We'll call
Just-
that's what we'll
I'm
that's what we'll
three
call
and
your
out.
episode. We'll call you the series.
yeah, I'll be a 3 and out. You know what I mean?
There might be hope for you yet, Tony. I was looking at the new sports that are going to be put into the LA Olympics when we host.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
one of the
Breakdancing.
sports is going to be flag football.
That's true.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm good on my feet.
Go play with Mahomes and Hill.
Yeah,
You're gonna
Nope,
let him
but
get
don't-
sacked, aren't you?
I'll let them play with me. I mean, it depends if they're on my team or not. If
True.
they're on my team, then I won't
And,
let them touch me.
I think Sam's got a tryouts coming up for soccer soon.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
We'll see you out there.
Man, I just don't have enough time for a pro career right now.
It's semi-pro.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
know, but like I know where it's going from there, man. I just can't do it.
All right. Well, next up we'll go into the NFL and we'll talk Jets. Isaiah Davis, dude, performed former Joplin Eagle and Jackrabbit and NCAA, but yeah, presence felt in his debut for sure. The dude lit it up in my opinion for a rookie. 44 yards through the air and 8 on the ground. But I wasn't really obviously he wasn't a running back. He can be if he needs to be, but he's a pass catcher. And he did not drop a pass, and he caught all of them that came his way. So very impressive first outing. Looking forward to seeing the rest of his career, and hopefully it's a lengthy one at that. But
Yeah.
your all's thoughts on that one, especially for this area coming
Yeah,
around here?
that's great. And there's him. Another one that's making quite a bit of noise is other than Isaiah from this area is Zach Davidson,
Yeah.
a former Mule.
Yep.
He's a Webb City alumni. He's making a real running for that starting tight end spot right now at the Bills.
Yeah.
And
Josh Allen needs more targets, that's for sure.
yeah, and he's a big target. I mean, and Josh Allen, you know, in camp before has said that he's probably the fastest guy on the team.
Is he the one with the crazy hair? I don't remember.
I wouldn't say it's crazy. It's
No.
long, but
Okay.
it's so him and Tristan Steele. Obviously, he's playing for the Cardinals right now.
Okay. I didn't know what team he ended up with. That's awesome.
Yeah, you can't draft them, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
I would if I could.
Absolutely. All right. On that note, we'll go ahead and continue in the NFL, and we talk Vikings rookie quarterback JJ McCarthy. He's going to miss the 2024 season after knee surgery yesterday, and the news ruptured the increasing optimism around him and his on-field progress, and then left the team with veteran. I don't even want to say it, but it's Sam Darnold. And unfortunately, they signed him to a 1-year, $10 million contract. Don't know how he got it, but kudos to him. He signed with the Vikings, so he's JJ's backup.
No.
And I mean, kudos to him for getting that contract. And now he's going to be the guy. I mean, they've got nobody else on that bench but Sam Darnold. Darnold's faced his injuries over his career too, and I just don't know if that's going to be enough for him because he's pretty injury prone.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Man, they're gonna suck.
Yeah, especially after they gave up Kirk Cousins to the Falcons. Yeah, so whatever.
I mean,
Cash money, Kirk.
he'll
right?
fit in perfectly there. He chokes every time to make it
Yeah.
into a good game.
Nothing like following in the steps of Matt Ryan. So
Yeah.
Matty Ice.
I like Kirk Cousins a lot, but man,
Yeah,
he chokes a lot.
he does choke in the playoffs quite often. It's really sad. I love what he does during the season. So he's
He'll get
coming
to
off
the
that
Super Bowl.
Achilles though. So
Yeah, I like him a lot though. I really do want him to do good.
yeah, he's got a team to do it. So
Kinfolk
We'll see.
Cousins.
we'll see. Anything else? Once,
No.
twice. All right. Moving on in the NFL, we'll talk Patriots as they deal new Pro Bowl, or excuse me, not new, but Pro Bowl linebacker Matthew Judon to the Falcons. So we speak of the Falcons there, and they give him up for a 3rd-round pick. So I mean, dude's been to practice. He's been looking for a new contract, and he got his answer. So I guess they don't want him, and that comes after the team let Juju Smith-Schuster go after one season too. He was coming up on a new contract. Seems like they don't want to pay these guys, but
Yeah.
are they not wanting to dish the money, or do they need the draft capital at this point?
I just don't think they got the money. Like honestly, I mean they got a big.
Are they still paying Belichick? Do you know?
Who?
Bill Belichick. Are the Patriots still paying him?
I don't know.
I don't, because they released him earlier than his contract.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they owe him or not.
I haven't talked to him very much recently, so I haven't had a chance to ask him.
I didn't know if you read up on it or not. So, but now I know that you got him in your speed dial. We got to have him on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Belichick. Yeah. I don't know. I'll ask him next time I see him.
All right, fair enough. He's Coach Roderick's left man, right?
Yeah, technically Coach Roderick is the one who taught him how to play football.
Yeah. Hey. But any other ideas there?
I agree. I think it's money.
Yeah.
More than like draft. Because I feel like we talk about it all the time on the podcast. It's like everything comes down to money. Everything, every decision. So I think that played the biggest role.
Well, we don't offer that much money here on the podcast, if any, but we do offer some free swag. We got some stuff out there. We got a
Free margaritas.
raffle going on. Yeah. No joke. I mean, hey, iced coffee there too, John again, and yeah. Well, we'll go ahead and end the NFL, and now we'll talk soccer, and that is brought to you by none other than the Corner Kick in Neosho. Be sure to stop by the Corner Kick located where, Sam?
Neosho, Missouri, down right by next to Eagle Outdoor Products, down here real close to Walmart, kind of catty corner to it.
What's that address?
1411 Blue Oak Lane.
Okay.
Going to be next door to Neosho's brand new Big Whiskeys. That's almost
Yeah.
built.
Awesome. And you guys also claim to have the largest soccer store in Southwest Missouri, Northwest Arkansas, Southeast Kansas, and Northeastern Oklahoma. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we are the only soccer specific store in the area. The closest to us would be Tulsa or Kansas City.
Okay.
You should give us a quick little 15-second tour of the store, just like from there, just kind of pan.
Go
Oh,
for
yeah.
it.
So we can show people what you got
Exclusive
so-
edition. Bum bum bum.
We
behind
just
the
got in
scenes.
some new kits. So if you're a football lover like me, or soccer guy, Man United, Real Madrid away, home, Barcelona's new kits, new Arsenal stuff. I don't know how well this camera is picking up, but
Yeah, it's good. You're
so
good.
we've got a lot of kits for adults, youth as well.
Not very,
Try to
very
be-
big boy friendly though.
We're trying to get in some more from a man Tony.
Plus size.
Okay.
Equipment, balls, cones, agility poles, all that kind of stuff, all sorts of goals. Of course, the number one thing that most everyone's looking for, shin guards, socks, keeper equipment.
I hear you got a
and-
sale going on too. Is that
Oh,
on
that's-
everything?
Yeah, that's right. Not on everything, but
Okay.
we've got any of our kits from last season, from the 23-24 seasons, are all 30% off. All of the international kits that just ended. So any of the kits you saw your team wearing in the Olympics, they're all 25% off right now. And then all the new stuff is showing up as we speak. We do a lot of stuff working locally with clubs to do discounts for them as well.
Okay.
And we kind of try to be we're everything soccer, Toto football. We carry everything that you could possibly need. So everything you need from a coach perspective, fan perspective, player perspective, and now we're fully stocked on referee gear.
Yeah, well, so let's hop into this. We'll go ahead and get the interview out of the way, and then we'll talk a little bit more soccer. But what inspired you to get this store going?
Yeah, so soccer, footy, it's been my life since I was a kid. Started playing ball when I was 3-4 years old, and played club soccer growing up, high school soccer. Moved to Wichita because of Dad's work, and so I was finished up my high school career over in Wichita. And there's a Soccer Master, which is kind of a big store chain of soccer stores. There's one up in Overland Park in Kansas City.
Yeah.
And I got to work at one part-time while I was in high school. Fell in love with the job, working part-time, when I could, when I wasn't at practice or training or whatnot. And I always thought, we need something like this in our area. And the stars kind of aligned. Soccer is the fastest growing youth sport in the country. A lot of people don't know that. There's over 3 million kids signed up to play soccer.
Absolutely.
From a youth perspective, and we're largely ignored by mainstream media, and maybe not media with the Copa America having come in and stuff, but we get a small corner of your typical sports store or one aisle at an academy or something like that. And, players need to know where they can go and get the things that they need.
So what sets your store apart from others, and what keeps them from going to the online retailers?
Yeah, so the big thing is, you've got soccer.com, the World Soccer Shop. They're kind of Amazon and Walmart, the soccer world. So there's no real competing in online presence with them. But what sets us apart is customer service, our staff, our team that we've got here at the store, and what we offer, being able to come in and try on a pair of boots before you buy it. Nike fit different than Adidas. Adidas fit different than Puma. Puma fit different than Diadora, New Balance. We've got accounts set up with just about every big name brand you can think of in the soccer world. So coming in and being able to come in and chat footy and watch some soccer. If you're a lot of the Crowder guys come over just so they can catch a Champions League game or a Premier League game on the weekend because they don't have it, over at the dorms, and come talk soccer. We've got a sub soccer table. It's kind of a cool thing. I don't know if I can get that on or not. This is kind of a big deal in
Cool.
Europe. They make these in Finland. You guys would like this. This is cool. So over in England, they play these in the pubs. So it's kind of a booth.
Yes.
Yeah. They held a tournament at the Qatar 2022 World Cup outside before.
Okay.
You need to get some here at Tita.
Yeah,
fun
that'd be
thing,
good. Outside. Yeah.
Most sports stores you go in, everybody says, "Hey, don't throw a ball, don't kick a ball." At our store, you are very welcome and encouraged to kick a ball in the store.
Yes.
Cool.
And so on top of that, you mentioned everything in the community and you're offering those discounts. I know you're connected to the Commons FC and then again, some of those clubs in Neosho. What is your role in the soccer community currently?
Absolutely. So I'm a head coach down at Arkansas Comets down in Springdale, Arkansas. And then a good friend of mine, Ludin Gonzalez, and I started a club here in Neosho called United Football Academy, which was we were kind of trying something a little different from a lot of the clubs in the area. We were combining it with from Monette, Carl Junction, Webb City, Carthage, Joplin, Neosho. We had a couple kids from Granby out, everywhere in the area. And actually went and won the Oklahoma State Cup with our 2010 team last season. And then we both kind of taken on, and Comets has taken our full commitment down there with coaching. But from a community standpoint, I'm trying to be as heavily involved as I can with everyone possible. The McDonald County Rec League. Just spoke with their director, Aaron Devine. We just donated the game balls for their league this year. We did the same thing for the Neosho Rec League, and between those two leagues, it's around 500 to 600 kids signed up. So falling in love with the beautiful game at the grassroots level. So as much as I can do to help grow the game and be a part of kids falling in love with it, that's what we want to do.
Last one we got for you here. I mean, on the question side for you, do you plan on hosting any activities? You show that soccer goal there in the store and mention bringing in some of the players to watch some games, but I mean, activities at the store, hosting any big events, sales?
It's a little early to say, without talking to another coach that I'm working on a project with right now, but we have a big thing we're working on it's a little ways out now. That'll be this summer. It's going to be a really, really exciting project we're working on that's going to heavily affect Southwest Missouri high school soccer players, boys and girls, that we're really excited to bring to this area that's not being done. And we are, on top of that, we're going to be looking at hosting and putting on our own tournament locally for local clubs. Awesome. And hosting that to try to drive costs down and create some competition in the area. But be on the lookout, give the Facebook page, The Corner Kick, a like and a follow, and stay up to date on everything. And we'll keep you guys updated.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And well, we'll go ahead and talk some football here and Sporting Kansas City. We'll talk them. They get kicked out of cup play, but bring in center back Joaquin Fernandez. I mean, look, this is a team that's found a little bit of a rhythm in the last few weeks, but last week it got cut short, and now they prepare for the second half of the season. This team's only 9 points out of the race again. Last year they sat out pretty much at this point and made it in and hosted 2 games. Got to play the 3 games with St. Louis in that second round, and then in the wild card they got to play as well and host. And I can't remember the name of the team. I just blanked, but they got to host it. And yeah, so got to be in the conference semis, and they lost to the Dynamo. And I mean, again, 9 points out, 24 points available left in the season. That's how many games they got left. Yeah, so I mean, what do you think? Do they get that player in? Do you think they make the playoffs? Do you think they make a push?
No, I think it could be a good signing. I'm not sure. He's been injured a lot of late in his career. Not playing at a super high level. So I'm not sure what to think of it. Obviously, he's going to come with loads of experience, so that's great, especially in a center back role. Yeah. Nobody seems to feel better than a goalkeeper and a center back because everything's in front of them. So could be a good thing. We'll see. I think Peter Vermeers. I've been a Sporting KC fan since back in the Tony Miola and Preki days, and so back in 95, 96-ish out at Arrowhead, and so
The Wizard.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think back when we were the Wiz, that's right. Yeah. Yep. I think we're getting last year was neat, I thought, because with I guess I was excited before they changed it to I-49, the I-70 series between Kansas City and St. Louis, right? Yeah. And then St. Louis just whooped us coming in the league straight out the gate. But there's a famous saying, and it goes across all sports: win when it matters. And that's what we did last year to St. Louis. When we needed to win, we got it done, got our way into the playoffs. But I think Peter Vermeers is playing a dangerous game of getting in a habit of that situation.
Well, I mean,
So
St. Louis, you mentioned that St. Louis goes out and gets a new coach. They fire him after just a few games this year. They're almost in the same spot as Sporting there. But what do you think on them?
Nashville
Like,
kind of did the same thing this year.
yeah,
I don't know. It's a totally different market over here in the States versus over in Europe. You don't get much time. I mean, the results they're mandatory and the standards are high. So I don't know. I know I'll be in the stands cheering for Sporting. My hopes aren't high that we'll make the playoffs, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do, because that's something you can always say about our club in Kansas City is we're always hanging around and we're always a tough team to beat.
How would you describe the atmosphere at a Sporting KC game, Sam? I've tried to explain it here before, and I don't think people understand, like, because otherwise, like, they would need a bigger stadium. Because honestly, like, I'm sure you've been to all different kinds of sporting events. I don't think it quite.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I'm a football fan, like American football fan, and I hate to say it, but soccer just does it way better.
they do.
Oh man. So if I had to explain it to a broader sports group, I would say if you've been to a hockey match, a hockey game, then you have an idea of what it's like to go to a football match, a soccer match.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is electric. You go in, my parents live over by Nashville, and you go watch the Predators play. Every player that gets announced by the other team gets followed by "you suck." And it's that kind of that's it, man. Over in Scotland, they still separate their big rivalries in the stands. When the Celtic and the Rangers come in, there's a fence right through the middle of the stadium to keep fans apart. It's a lifestyle, and you live it, and you breathe it, and you love it. And if you don't have to like soccer, love soccer, go watch a game, and you will enjoy it. You will not regret going and getting the experience.
Agreed.
Kansas City does a fantastic job of it.
Yeah.
I do kind of wish that they went back to Arrowhead, though. I mean, I loved it growing up, being able to go to Arrowhead and watch it, and then they moved over to Sporting, and I mean, I like the atmosphere. Obviously,
when it was at the ballpark.
Oh yeah, was that one? Oh, where was that? Was it Swope?
It was rough.
Yeah.
We had Josh Wolf playing then. Jackie Gisbury, local Springfield guy from Kickapoo, was up there around that time.
So I went to a Wizards game back when I was like 5, 6 years old, and like after the game, I don't know if it was after the game or during halftime, they had a fireworks show, and where everybody went down on the field. I'm pretty sure it was after the game, because I don't think they would do like a halftime show like, all right, get your ass down here, and then, all right, get back up.
They might have. There wasn't more than 4,000 or 5,000 people at those games back then.
Yeah. Yeah, and we were pretty comfortable sitting on the field. So, as far as I remember, I wasn't very big back then, so I don't know.
It's come a long way.
Yeah.
Indeed. We appreciate you jumping on and talking soccer. And on that note, we'll head into the local sports update brought to you by Trackside Burgers. They're open at 15. Yeah. And welcome anytime. Open at 1515 West 10th Street in Joplin. Go get some weekend barbecue today, tomorrow. You won't regret it. And in local news, MSSU soccer amps up next week. Speaking of soccer, on the women's side, they'll be playing Thursday against Southwest Baptist. Make sure you go support them. And then we'll go into the 2-minute warning on that, because football is not yet started, but we're close. We're close for the area. And all the Southern fans and Friday Night Lights for high school coming up, as well as soccer matches too. So we'll be covering all that. We had Dez on, so he's Joplin's, and we'll be paying attention to them and getting them on talking too. So excited for this new segment and partnership that we've got. And but 2-minute warning brought to you by Ghetto Tacos. Fridays, get 10% off all burritos all day long. They do close at 5 on Fridays. They're located at 536 North East Street, Webb City, Missouri. Drive-through available 417-717-1261, and they will be handing out free chips and salsa tonight during and after open house in Webb City. Make sure you get in there, stop by, get some food. If not some food, try some of that tres leches. Whatever they're doing, it's great. I love that. So good, so good, worth it. But
Carne
again,
asada fries.
yeah, the carne asada fries are good. Oh man, I was kind of bummed that they were closed during our off week, so
Yeah.
they went on vacation too. So, but it was a good time to take off. Yeah, I'll let you hash that out with them. But yeah, high school football again starts up 2 weeks, as well as high school soccer. So be sure to tune in as we give our Friday night picks, and up for another pick'em challenge. Last year, Tony won, so 59% of his picks on Friday nights were correct. So we're gonna amp that up with some soccer picks this year. So we'll see what the outcome is now. But yeah, but music's here, so it's the end of another episode. Tony, Jensen, Clint, myself, and Sam down there, and yeah, we'll catch y'all later. Got any plans? Anything fun? And Jensen's got a. Do we need to sing to her?
Well, I think we should.
Yeah.
No, I don't think
Around
so.
that
I
time
don't.
of year.
Feliz
Happy
cumpleaños. Oh,
to
happy
you.
birthday.
Alright, that's all you get.
Yeah.
I
But,
appreciate
I
it.
don't
Wow.
like you
Happy
that much.
birthday.
Going anywhere
Yeah.
fun?
I'm going to Vegas.
Oh,
Birthday.
You gonna take
Yeah.
one of these tumblers with you? Yeah.
Ghetto Tacos tumblers. Get
It's
you
your
free
shipping.
drinks.
Free drink, yeah. Hey, I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him. How about for your birthday, we celebrate by giving out a $20 gift card to Ghetto. Anybody who shares this, likes it, watches it, helps us out on our. We're gonna extend the auction too. We're gonna go ahead and go till Sunday. We'll keep it open until Sunday with all the page stuff that happened. We'll go ahead and throw that out there. But yeah, share that, like it, like this episode, share this episode. Go down and visit Sam at the Corner Kick. Get entered in a chance to win $20 to Ghetto Taco. We'll work that out, Sam. I'll send you the details. I know I kind of just sprung that on you, but yeah.
Love Ghetto Tacos. We're in.
Yeah. But all right, well, everybody have a good weekend. Take care. Is headless trackside man over here popping in and out of the show? Yeah. We'll get it. We'll get it. Season 9's off to a bang, right? The ghost of Tony's past is here. So we'll catch you next time on the Sports Timeout.